What is going on, everybody? It is your boy Baddog back with another New York Giants video. And in this video, I just want to talk about the Giants just signing Colt McCoy to a one-year deal to back up Daniel Jones. Obviously not an incredibly huge move, but the New York Giants were looking to bring in a veteran presence to back up Daniel Jones. There was a lot of talk about Matt Moore coming in here, but they decided to go with Colt McCoy, who's obviously had some experience in the NFL, former Redskin. Actually started a few games for them a couple years ago when they were all beat up. And Colt McCoy's never really been able to stay healthy. I mean, he was amazing at Texas. He had a really good collegiate career down there at the University of Texas. Never really got his footing in the NFL. But again, you're just kind of, at this point, you're not looking to bring in a superstar backup quarterback. You're looking to bring in somebody that's got NFL experience, a guy that if he does need to play, has experience, a guy that can help Daniel Jones, a guy that knows the NFL, a guy, that's seen a lot and been through a lot. So, that's the point of bringing in a veteran quarter. You're not going to have great backup quarterbacks. It rarely happens. If it happens by mistake. Like Nick Foles is a good example. The Eagles went out to get Carson Wentz, and they couldn't pass him up, and Wentz got hurt a couple times, and Foles happened to be there. But Foles went back and forth. I mean, Foles left the Eagles, went to the Rams, failed, went back to the Eagles, succeeded there, went to the Jaguars, failed, and now he's with the Bears. So that just goes to show you some guys are just put in systems, and they're really good in certain systems. Foles really has only succeeded with the Philadelphia Eagles, so he was a good backup. But rarely do you have an incredibly good backup quarterback that's going to come in and take over. It happens rarely. You're not going to spend a ton of money on a backup. So they bring in Colt McCoy, and again, it's just kind of filling out the roster. At this point, we don't have a ton of cap space. I wanted to do other videos today, but it's just been a really hectic day. Working from home with a 2-year-old is almost impossible to do. But, I'm doing the best that I can. And then, of course, I still got to stay in shape, man. I got to go running. I'm using the Bowflex. I still do my 2 hours of working out. I'm not going to stop that. I work too hard to get where I am. So I've been doing that today as well. Then you make dinner, and I finally got down here to make a video about the whole Colt McCoy signing. But again, they're just kind of filling out the roster. I have loved what the New York Giants did in free agency this year. I know a lot of Giants fans are kind of upset, and there's a couple guys wanted the big name players. Why didn't we go after Clowney? Why didn't we get Littleton? Why didn't we get this guy? Why didn't we go after Byron Jones? But I like what Gettleman did, and I like how they're filling out the roster because, again, they're not really committing a ton of years and a ton of money to these guys. That way they do have cap space beyond 2020. I mean, this is something that you got to look at as well, not just this year, but, years to come when we have to re-sign Saquon Barkley, when we have to re-sign Daniel Jones. If Daniel Jones continues to improve, you're obviously going to re-sign him, and he's going to get a big contract if he continues to get better, which I think that he's going to as we build pieces around Daniel Jones. You take a look at what the Philadelphia Eagles are doing, and I could do a video on this. I'm not going to, but their cap space in 2021 is terrible. Now, PR52 actually came into my live stream yesterday and said he gave me props on Twitter because I came out of the video at the beginning of last year saying the Eagles are going to cap hell and they're going to start to fall off. And he looked at the cap space for 2021 and he said, you know what, Baddog, you're right. They are in cap hell. They have $21 million in cap space going into 2021. That's it. That's before they sign all their draft picks. And they're talking, Eagle fans are talking about getting Ngakoue. How the hell could they afford this guy? We're going to get him. We're going to get him. They got Darius Slay. They think this is some big signing over there. Oh, man, I just feel like tearing the Eagles up. This is how you can tell I'm getting ready for football season because the Eagle fans just drive me insane. Darius Slay is going to be 29 years old. He's had nagging injuries the last couple of years. He's fallen off the last couple of years. They actually paid him more per season than Byron Jones got paid per season. And I know they have a lot of draft picks, but, man, this is taking up cap space. And the Eagle fans don't want to believe that they actually have to abide by the cap, and they do. In 2021, they are screwed when it comes to cap space. They don't have a lot of cap space. So then, we're going to get Ngakoue. They're going to get Ngakoue. They're going to have to give up a first-round pick, and they're going to pay him all this money. I hope they do. I hope that happens. I hope they commit all their money and have zero cap space next year so that they can bring in 2 players that aren't going to help them win a Super Bowl. They're not ready to win a Super Bowl. They've fallen off, and you can see the decline. So that's just what it is. Again, I could do a whole video on the Eagles. I'm not going to. I shouldn't even talk about them in this video, but I can't help myself. I hate the Eagles. But anyway, I digress. back to Colt McCoy. So I just want to finish this video. There's really not much to talk about as far as that goes. But the Giants do add Colt McCoy to the roster. I'll be live with the entertainer Talking Sports as we bring back Talking Giants tonight. Earlier time, 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I don't know what time it is, 7:30. So in about an hour and a half, we'll be over on Chris's channel. And I hope to see you guys over there. It should be a fun night. We'll recap all the free agent signings and everything, and obviously take your questions as we always do. It'll be good to get back. We've kind of done a couple of impromptu Talking Giants streams here Monday and Wednesday night, but it'll be good to get back to doing that. So I hope you guys will come over there and check it out. Until then, guys, it's the Bad Diggity Dizzle, and I am gone. Peace!